All right, thank you, Dave. Man, it is a steam bath out here this morning, but the rain did a little good for us. We got rain in the Good Day garden. I'm here with David Whitwam from Whitwam Organics. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
So we're cleaning it out, we're cutting it back, and we're getting all ready for the new, right?
Yeah, I cheated a little bit. I've already started clearing this patch out right here.
All right, that's okay.
There's a nice pile of weeds over here. I'm doing something a little different today that I don't normally do, and that is we're prepping this bed for the next season, and I'm actually going to leave some stuff in. So usually I kind of take everything out and get it ready for the next season, which is really easy. So I'll either take the stuff out and put it in pots and move it somewhere else, or set it aside and then put it back in when I'm done.
Okay.
But today we're actually going to leave some of this stuff in.
Okay.
And so I'm using some different tools. So these are kind of the mini-me versions of what I usually use. So I got a smaller shovel and my smaller little hula hoe here. And these are really good for working around plants that you're trying to keep behind. So with those bigger tools, like my big fork and my big shovels, I could damage the plants that we're leaving behind. So this
lets
is
you
just
be more precise. Get your hands in the dirt a little more.
Exactly. It's way more precise. So I can work around this Tampa verbena here, which is a Florida native.
And so what are you doing? Are you lifting it up by the roots? Because that's a viney, so you just lift
Well,
and...
this one kind of will root along the stem as it grows. So
Okay.
it was actually planted way over there, but it's kind of filling in the bed, which is what I wanted it to do.
And this salvia and this basil, all of this is going to have to be trimmed back. You're keeping this, though.
This is scarlet sage. I am going to trim that back. I don't have my scissors on me, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut some of the tops off just so I can get under there and work it a little better.
Okay.
And it will definitely flush back out. We already have some bees visiting.
I know,
this.
they are beautiful pollinators, you were saying. Keep it tight and make it just look a little prettier. Okay, we've got our viewer question because we want to get to, oh boy, that's a good one.
Well, this was our cucumber, which is why we're kind of moving on. See how it all got caloric from too much rain. And
yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the thing about gardening, right? Okay, so we have our viewer question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We have a question from Good Day viewer Tammy, and she is wondering, after you pick a pineapple, should you cut off the remaining stub or leave it on the plant?
So I wasn't entirely sure about the answer to this question. So I actually reached out to my friend Kenny over at the Tampa chapter of the Rare Fruit Council International. And I asked him, and he said, you need to leave that on the plant. So that's actually where some of the carbohydrates are stored that will work their way back into the plant, which is one of the few sources of energy on a pineapple plant. So you definitely don't want to cut that off. And then when your pineapple plant, your mother plant, starts putting out pups, I know this wasn't part of the question, but you want to wait for those pups to be at least 12 inches before you cut them off and transplant them somewhere else.
Pups, is that what they're called? That's adorable.
What they are called. But if people have more questions about fruits, we do have an incredible organization here in the Tampa area called the Tampa chapter of Rare Fruit Council International.
Rare Fruit Council.
I believe their website is going to be scrolling across the bottom, but it's rarefruit.org if it's not. And people can reach out to them. They have events. There's just tons of information and people who know way more about this stuff than I do.
All right. David, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Tammy, thank you for sending your question in. And don't forget, if you have a gardening question for David, send it. He might answer it right here on Good Day. The email is gooddaytampabay@fox.com.